Do you know that there was a time when two daughters slept with their own father? It was a moment born out of fear and desperation, a decision that would change the course of history. Long before this moment of tragedy, the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah stood in the Jordan Valley, near the Dead Sea. They were wealthy, powerful, and full of life, but also full of corruption, cruelty, and moral decay. According to Scripture, their evil had risen so sharply that God declared their judgment. Lot, the nephew of Abraham, lived among them, trying to survive in a society collapsing under its own wickedness. When the angels came to destroy the cities, they warned Lot to flee immediately with his family. He hesitated. His sons-in-law did not believe him, and as the sun began to rise, Lot, his wife, and his two unmarried daughters were taken by the hand and pulled out of the city. They ran. They climbed. They fled for their lives. Behind them, fire rained from the heavens, and the land shook. Sodom and Gomorrah, once thriving, were reduced to burning ruins. Lot's wife, looking back in disobedience and longing for the life she once knew, turned into a pillar of salt. Only Lot and his daughters survived. And so, the three of them escaped into the mountains. They settled in a small cave, far away from civilization. The silence of the wilderness replaced the noise of the city. The smell of smoke from the valley below reminded them of everything they lost. Day after day, the daughters watched their father withdraw into grief. They watched the horizon and saw no signs of other people. No cities. No villages. Nothing but emptiness. In the ancient world, family lineage meant survival. A woman's future depended on marriage, inheritance, and her ability to continue her family line. But Lot's daughters had none of these. They had no mother. No brothers. No husbands. No suitors. No community. Their world had collapsed in a single morning. In their trauma, they came to a devastating conclusion: there are no men left on earth. They feared that they were the last women alive and that their father was the last man. In that hopeless moment, the elder daughter made a plan. She said to her sister, "Our father is old. There is no man left on the earth to marry us. Let us give our father wine and lie with him, so that our family line may survive." That night, they gave Lot wine until he was completely unaware. The elder daughter entered the cave where he slept. The Bible says clearly that Lot did not know when she lay down, nor when she arose. The next morning, she confessed to her sister what she had done, and suggested that the younger daughter do the same. On the second night, Lot again drank the wine they prepared. Again he became unaware. And the younger daughter went in and lay with him. And just as before, Lot knew nothing of what happened. In time, both women became pregnant by their father. The elder daughter bore a son, and she named him Moab, a name that means son of the father. He became the founder of the Moabite people, who would later appear throughout the Old Testament, sometimes as enemies of Israel, sometimes as neighbors, and eventually even becoming part of the lineage that leads to Jesus through Ruth the Moabite. The younger daughter also bore a son, Ben-Ammi, meaning son of my people. He became the father of the Ammonites, a nation that would rise east of the Jordan River, often clashing with Israel during the period of the Judges and the Kings. And so, out of a cave in the mountains, two nations were born. The story of Lot and his daughters is one of the Bible's most uncomfortable accounts. It is not romantic. It is not glorified. It is told exactly as it happened, raw, painful, and unfiltered. Their decision was not righteous. It was not wise. But it came from the minds of young women who believed they had witnessed the end of humanity. They were victims of trauma, survivors of destruction, and daughters trying to preserve a future in a world that felt completely dead. This story reminds us that even in humanity's darkest moments, God continues His plan. The Bible shows us that God's purposes move forward even through the flawed decisions and broken moments of human life. This is the full account of Lot and his daughters, a true story recorded in Genesis 19:30-38.